Bitcoin is continuing to show strength. Altcoins are looking great as well. And there's a ton of news for us to review. I'm going to take a look at the Bitcoin chart, the Doge chart, and the ICP chart today, and also all the news that's driving markets. Let's go. What's up, everybody? I'm Scott Melker, also known as the Wolf of All Streets. Before we get started, please go ahead and subscribe to the channel. Hit that like button right down below. As I said, Bitcoin continues to show some strength, really nice moves, and altcoins are reacting as well. It's really nice to see Bitcoin price rising and Bitcoin dominance dropping. That's a bit of a dream because as Bitcoin price goes up and the dominance drops, altcoins tend to rise as well. As I said, I'm going to take a look at the Bitcoin chart right now very quickly, then the Doge chart, what I'm seeing there, and ICP, the one everybody's been calling a scam and pooping on for the last few days. Of course, that means it's going to go up because scams pump the hardest. I'm not saying it's actually a scam. I'm just telling you that's what people were saying. First, I haven't looked at this in a while, but the month is going to close in 1 day and 5 hours. So here's the Bitcoin monthly chart. You can see this channel back to 2013 that I've posted so many times. I've been posting this chart probably since 2019. Down, up, rejection, down. That's the 2020 March low. Breaking the EQ and now retesting as support successfully for another day and 5 hours. It needs to hold on. You can see here it wicked through when it found resistance. Well, now we have 2 wicks through, finding it as support. If the EQ of this channel holds, which it should, that's how you get 6-figure targets. Even if it went next month to the top of the channel, that'd be $158,000. A month later, 168, 176, you see. If it takes a few months, as it would, you would think here, that gets us to those $230,000, $250,000, $280,000 targets. Take a deep breath, guys. Suck it up. That is that sweet, sweet hopium that I know you all love so much. But we will be watching the daily close. We had this evening star people were watching, although it doesn't technically have the gaps. But right now we have monthly tweezer bottoms, almost. We have 29,000 on that one and 28.5 on that low and a potential little bullish hammer here. We will be watching the monthly close very closely. Here's the daily, same chart I keep sharing. We have this perfect descending blue channel that was formed by the drop down to 28,639. Well, now we are finally breaking the EQ of the channel and flipping it to support. That happened yesterday. Broke above, came down and tested and moving away. I expect the 50 MA to be resistance here. Top of this channel, certainly around 40,000. And at the end of the day, we still need to get above 42,000. And there is not much to talk about until that happens right now. This is a bit of a relief rally. Now we've all seen the Wyckoff schematics. This is looking much more like a spring and a test and a move up. But most importantly, the last 4-hour candle when I was recording this flipped the EQ of this range, and now it looks like it will hold as support. We want to see this dash line, 36,000 area, hold as support. That would give us a move potentially up to 40,000, 42, top of the range, 43. End of the day, the first step is flipping this EQ to support. Let's hope that happens. Then we can start talking about these higher targets, but this does look like a sweep of the lows, a perfect test of the low, and then a potential move up. Let's take a look at Doge. I know I don't talk about it very much because, I was a guy trading Doge under 1 penny and making money lots of times, and I'm not a big fan of coins that have no real inherent value and pump because of Elon Musk, but here we are with a breakout and a retest as support. Pretty clean. That's what you're looking for. The problem is we have no volume on any of these moves, Bitcoin or otherwise. That makes it a little suspect. It could mean that sellers are just exhausted and not selling, but usually you want to see a lot of buying interest and pushing up, and we have not seen that. So it does give me a bit of pause about all these moves up, to be honest. But Doge, with this break and retest as support, should eventually reach the highs around 73 cents if that holds and moves up. You can use these Fibonacci levels. You can see that this level I drew at about 45 cents lines up exactly with that 50% level. Not a Fibonacci level, but classically used by traders. So I would expect that we could be potentially getting a move up to that level as resistance from here with some stops along the way, 38 cents, 29 cents. Listen, this could die and come right back down, but we do have a clean break of resistance and retest of support. And ICP, the scam that everybody called a scam because scammers be scamming. Also the name Internet Computer, it's so stupid. So stupid. Kind of like naming a music group Spotify Radio, I guess. So I'm going to name my new rap group Spotify Radio. But Internet Computer absolutely blasting off. I'm sad because I actually had this pinned for a trade right here at 0.001 on the Bitcoin pair, and it's just continued up, and I never really caught it. And it's just climbing the stairs. It's really a pretty price action. I mean, If you just take some very simple lines, check this out. You can see this whole area, right? Through here, flip that to support. Then you came up to here, flip that to support. So you would expect that maybe you get the same move here with 0.0015. So you'd be looking for something like this as an entry. And then moving up to this area right here, you'll probably find some resistance, maybe the 200 MA. But it's pretty clear sailing above this area because it was such a fast and hard drop. Let's look at it on the USDT pair. It looked exactly the same, and I also had it pegged here. What's really impressive is the volume, right? This came all the way down. There was a bit of a selling climax, higher volume on the selling, not that much, but then real volume coming in. So these are the levels that I have sort of pegged before when I was looking at this. These are the areas. Just look for retests as support anytime it breaks the resistance, and those are your potential entries. Listen, I have no idea where this is going to go. It could come crashing back down, but this looks extremely strong and a dip buying opportunity. Now let's dive into the news. First, Sam Altman of Y Combinator fame wants to scan your eyeball in exchange for cryptocurrency. His startup WorldCoin, which sounds like something from a Netflix show, GenCoin, is developing an orb-shaped device that can read a person's iris. I'm not going to read anymore because no freaking way are you scanning my eyeball for an airdrop. Bro, find somebody else's eye to scan. I am out. Next, Tom Brady and Gisele Bündchen take equity stake in crypto firm FTX. My God, Sam Bankman-Fried is a giga chad of epic proportions. First, naming rights to the Miami Arena, formerly the American Airlines Arena. Then what came next? I don't know. He went ahead and sponsored the biggest gaming platform out there. Then what next? Oh, I don't know. Let's go sponsor Major League Baseball. After that, I don't know, Trevor Lawrence, the first pick in the NFL draft. Let's have Blockfolio sponsor that guy. And now Tom Brady and Gisele will be ambassadors for crypto firm FTX. Absolutely huge, guys. This is absolutely huge. Tom Brady, they will gain paid in crypto to some degree for this. And apparently Gisele is going to take on the role of FTX's environmental and social initiatives advisor. I don't know. I guess you can do whatever you want when you're Gisele Bündchen. And then competing, Crypto.com announces global partnership with Formula One. Guys, we've seen Bitcoin NASCAR. We've seen Voyager NASCAR. We see Sam Bankman-Fried and FTX. Now we see Crypto.com global partnership with Formula One. I think it's fair to say that crypto is reaching mainstream adoption. Next, world's biggest interdealer broker, TPICAP, to launch crypto trading platform with Fidelity and others. What's your takeaway here? That they're the biggest interdealer broker, and TPICAP has partnered with Fidelity, huge, Standard Chartered, Zodiac Custody, and Flow Traders for the initiative. This is the world's biggest interdealer broker, meaning that they're set to launch a crypto trading platform specifically for institutional investors. They would not be spending this money and setting this up unless institutions were here. I can feel the wall of money crashing down upon us. Next story. Ransomware is a threat to Bitcoin's legal status, says Congressman Foster. And here is his quote. I'm not there yet, but there's significant sentiment in Congress if you're participating in an anonymous crypto transaction that you are a de facto participant in a criminal conspiracy. What? If I send crypto from somewhere to somewhere else, that makes me a criminal? The dumbest thing I've ever heard. Ransomware and Bitcoin have nothing to do with each other. Bitcoin is just the newest way to get money for ransomware. They act like there's never been a hostage attack or a takeover or any sort of ransom before dollars existed. It's almost like criminals were never able to do criminal type shit without having crypto. Criminals have existed since the beginning of time. Scams have existed since the beginning of time. And people have been stealing money from each other since the beginning of time. It does not require Bitcoin. This is dumb. This is dangerous. I am really sick of these boomers telling us what they think about an asset they have zero understanding about. And speaking of people that we're so annoyed by, Craig Wright wins default judgment. Bitcoin.org must remove Bitcoin white paper. Guys, this is a really small win. He's getting his costs covered. It's just saying that they're taking down the white paper from Bitcoin.org. It does not mean that he is Satoshi. I can't imagine the way that this guy has celebrated this news today. He's probably staring at himself in a mirror and over telling himself how amazing he is. Probably naked. And to be honest, guys, this means nothing. It's just a small judgment because the anonymous defendants weren't able to show up in court because they're anonymous. Craig Wright is still a heaping bag of D's. That is all, everyone. I will be back tomorrow for Chartapalooza at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Please subscribe to the newsletter if you want to make chart requests for that live stream tomorrow. And otherwise, I'll see y'all later. Peace.